Hello friends, this is Nitin and I welcome you to my startup podcast channel Jazar Audio, where we share real stories with real learnings. So friends, my guest speaker this time is Alex Diab, and Alex, using his proven system, has helped various B2B startups to scale from 0 to 1 million and then up to 10 million ARR in record speed. And Alex will talk about the key mistakes most founders do while scaling up or improving their ARR, and he will share his insights on how he helps various startups grow from 0 to 1 million ARR in a record time. Hi Alex, welcome to Jazar Audio and thank you for talking to us.
Thanks so much, Nitin, for having me on the podcast. Super excited, super grateful to be here and to share our experience and our insight to your audience.
So let me start with, what are the key mistakes that most founders do while creating and selling their products or services?
Yeah, in my experience, there are probably two key mistakes. The first key mistake is that the founders typically focus all their time and energy and effort and cash, building the minimum viable product when they haven't done any product market fit analysis. And what I mean by that is, truly understanding their ideal client profile, their demographics, their needs, their wants, their fears, their deepest desires, their pain points, etc., and validating that their solution actually solves that urgent problem. Now, the best way to do this is to sell and market before you build. And if you do build in the beginning, simply whipping up a mock-up of the solution and selling that. Because the intent here is to get buy-in from the prospect. And remember, people vote with their wallets. So if you're looking, get them to put a deposit down or even pay, X amount of dollars to be one of the first customers for your solution. This is why it's so imperative to solve the client's most urgent problem. And I think the second biggest mistake that we come across day in and day out, especially for technical co-founders, is that they're trying to solve their marketing and sales problem with just hiring another salesperson or a media buyer, just like that. And, when you're bootstrapping, you're just starting out, the founder has to be the one that's defining the marketing process. And they have to be the one that's in the trenches when it comes to sales. Like, how does it make sense for any founder to immediately outsource this to someone when they don't have foundational awareness of it, or they've proven that they can actually sell the solution themselves? And remember, it's easy to teach an engineer sales and marketing, but it's very difficult to teach, a salesperson how to code and do engineering.
Great insights, Alex. And what prerequisites are must before even startups can think of scaling up?
Yeah, before you scale up, you must have your marketing and sales process defined, and you've proven that you can solve for that profitable business unit case. And what I mean by that is, being able to clearly define all the variables when it comes to business, the cost to acquire a customer, the cost to market, the cost to fulfill, the price that you're setting in the marketplace, the time to market, the time to close deals, the time to fulfill, and ensuring that with all these different variables, that it's profitable and that you can repeat this process again and again and again and remain cash flow positive. That's the intent of the business.
Awesome. And how should founders effectively use sales and marketing to grow their ARR?
Now, once you've solved for that profitable business unit case, it's all about pouring gasoline on the fire. So, building that remote and commission-only sales force who are basically clones of you and are focused on outbound prospecting and inbound sales and just closing deals that are in the pipeline. It's about investing in paid ads on the various networks like Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Google Display, etc. Pretty much wherever your ideal clients hang out, you want to be there. And even hiring a media buyer to help you get there faster. It's also engaging channel partners. This is huge. It's finding those key influencers in the marketplace who have access to your ideal clients and just working out a JV deal or a revenue share kind of model to do so.
Great. So let's talk about your proven system. How do you help startups grow from 0 to $1 million in flat 12 months?
So at a high glance, our process is focused on helping companies scale to their first 1 to 10 mil within a year. And we do this by, getting extremely focused on who your ideal clients are and understanding everything about them. So understanding their deepest desires, their demographics, where they live and hang out, their most urgent problems, etc. The second step here is building the minimum viable assets for marketing. So these are the assets that floor your prospects, that suck in your ideal clients and repel everyone else who doesn't fit the criteria. And you can only do this when you understand who you're going after. And in terms of assets, we help you build out your sales letter and your video sales letter to do so. Step 3, it's about building the funnel pages and synchronizing it all so the call to actions are relevant. And then sprinkling in some social proof, some case studies, and making sure that everything on the page routes to a quiz or a calendar booking, and the data is flowing into your CRM, your analytics software, your email responders, etc. Step 4 is about traffic. It's being able to drive traffic via the free methods first to your assets into your offer through outbound prospecting or organic. Then once you've validated that there are conversions with the free methods, it's then looking at investing into the paid channel sources for advertising to fill up your calendar or drive conversions. Step 5, now regardless of what the channel source is, the focus here in step 5 is validating the sales process. So validating that the sales script works, making sure that the KPIs are being hit, and you're actually solving for that profitable business unit case. Step 6, once you have all those steps defined for step 1 through 5, this is what sets the foundation for scale. This is where you start pouring gasoline on the fire.
Impressive. Finally, can you share some of the success stories of the startups whom you have helped to swiftly grow their ARR?
Now, let me tell you a story about Copilot AI. So Copilot is a Vancouver-based SaaS solution, and when we started working with them and helping them, they blew through $700,000 and 2 years building a product without any sales to show for. And when we started working with them, we tried to go to market with their existing product. However, we found that the market was just not ready for it. So what we had to do was we pivoted and created a brand new offer, a new product that aligned to the needs of the market. And we immediately got sales, ramped it to $1 million ARR in 12 months. The point here is that selling before building is 100% necessary. And building without sales will result in, frustration, waste, and failure. And it could even take 2 to 3 years to actually validate if the product should exist in the first place. So instead of taking that chance, we encourage our customers to sell before you build. Now, they just recently raised Series A, and now they're at 3 mil ARR and still growing pretty fast. So another story is Kevin, who's the CEO of AdvisorStream. So they're basically a Toronto-based fintech startup that specializes in empowering financial advisors with content marketing. So for Kevin, he raised a little bit of money in the beginning and spent a few years developing, a rock solid thesis that demonstrated the relationship between an advisor's content quality to the advisor's actual assets under management. And upon completing his initial product development, he had his first raving testimonials and a solid amount of case studies, but no formal, repeatable sales process yet. And he was eager to get his valuable solution in the hands of more advisors, but he didn't know how. And so he started working with us. And so within 1 month, we helped him construct, the sale pages, his marketing collateral, his sales scripts, his outbound prospecting messages, and all the ads were completed. And we helped him hire and train 4 salespeople and install a fully, ramped up customer success department. And within 12 months, AdvisorStream grew from a few paying customers to $1 million ARR. And Kevin and investors were delighted with these results. And he used this initial momentum to develop his solution further so he could actually sell to the larger enterprises and the big banks. Now he's at 5 mil ARR.
With this, we have reached at the end of this podcast. Alex, thank you so much for sharing some great insights, and it was a pleasure to have you on Jazar Audio.
Thank you so much, Nitin. For anyone who's in your audience who hasn't truly defined their marketing and sales process and they need that guidance and support, feel free to message me on LinkedIn. And also, you could even email me directly at alex@salesprocess.io. Thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Take care, you guys. Bye.
Are you a founder of an early-stage startup and looking to raise funding? Get your startup investor ready before even you start pitching to your prospective investors. For know-how, please visit www.jazaro.in. That is www.jasaro.in.
Lastly, I want to thank all the listeners who took their valuable time to listen to this podcast. Keep rocking, be safe, and don't forget to share.